So, were you surprised by what happened last week?
I was surprised, yes. I wasn't surprised how how big the snowball got and how quickly it gathered momentum. But I was certainly surprised. I was surprised because I think a lot of these individuals, I would be surprised if they had a lot of faith in the actual company of GameStop. And maybe, as Tom said, it was more stick it to the man than it was we have faith in GameStop. I mean, GameStop is turning around a little bit, but not anything that would justify a $400 valuation. They're still selling discs in an environment where everything's going subscription based, and they're trying to sell boxes that they can't get enough of. So
You can get a
um,
Target.
yeah, exactly. You can go to Target, you can order them off Amazon. You're having to buy them for a premium on over the web from individuals who are hoarding them. So yeah, I think GameStop has a tough road ahead of it. That's what surprised me the most.
Was the selection that they
Yeah.
chose? But
But see, that goes hand in hand with why it had such a high short interest, because the hedge funds thought they smell death in the air. So those kind of go hand in hand.
and yet you were not surprised by the snowball. Why is that?
Because the crowd, the wisdom of crowds can turn into the panic of crowds. And when something gets such quick momentum, you oftentimes believe that you can get in and make a quick buck and get out before things fall apart. And the higher that goes, the smarter you think you are, and the more you pile on.
And yet, what about this notion that Tom suggests that it wasn't about the money in this case? That people were willing to lose that $50 or $75, maybe because they knew that if there were millions of them doing that, there may be a few people losing billions who maybe they thought didn't deserve to have it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there were people that thought that, but I'm sure because I took a lot of calls from clients and prospects who wanted to make a quick buck.
Okay.
So there was a combination of both.
Yes, and I think that's important to hear because it's not just about altruism. There still is this idea that, I mean, I'd like to think it's a little bit more than buying a scratch ticket and scratching off and hoping that you win something. There must be a bit more to it than that because the stock market's been around a long time.
Well, as they say, in the short term, it's a voting mechanism. In the long term, it's a measuring mechanism. And I took one call. I remember actually it was a text where someone asked, "Should I buy AMC?" And I said, "Well, I'm not buying AMC, but if you want to buy AMC, did you look at the balance sheet? How much debt do they have on the balance sheet? And are they able to pay their debt? And if they can't pay their debt, they're going into bankruptcy. And if they go into bankruptcy, the stock gets wiped out. So I haven't looked at the balance sheet, but start there. I don't know if they bought the stock or not, but this is not, it's like handing the keys to the Ferrari to someone who has never driven a car before. I mean, a lot of us couldn't drive that car too well if we weren't, used to it. But handing it to someone who's never been in a car before, it's very dangerous. So, investing in stocks is not quite as easy as it may sometimes seem.
Stretch the canvas, rush with madness. Is it sadness or just a show? Then go, 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 go. Then go, 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 go.